Hey, hey, hey. Thank you, Bill. Oh, little Let the River Run. I haven't heard that song in a long time. I love that song. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity of Orange County. How you doing today? Oh, y'all look so nice out there. Thank you for coming. Happy Father's Day, by the way. Happy Father's Day. It is time to get our vibration raised by some singing. We're all vibration. Did you guys know that? All the atoms in our body. So when you sing, what do you think might happen to those atoms? They might get excited. I'm just saying. I mean, you guys might get excited too. Maybe think about it, you know. But we're going to sing together, I Release and I Let Go. Ready? There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Very nice, everyone. You sound wonderful today. You may be seated, and I would like to welcome Howard to the platform.
Hey, welcome, everybody. I tell you, it's always nice. I'm looking around over here and just to see the group of people that we have here. It's just a group of fabulous people. Where would you want to be if it wasn't here on Sunday? Yeah. Okay, so we had the opening song. And first of all, these two guys, wasn't that great? I mean, great isn't grateful. Okay, so now we're going to do our prayer. Everybody, you ready to go? Okay. We pray, believe, and affirm continued growth and prosperity for Unity of Orange County with an abundance to spare and share. With grateful hearts, we give thanks for answered prayer, and so it is. Amen. All right. And now our vision and mission statement. Vision. Centered in divine love, we joyfully co-create a world that works for all. Our mission, to awaken, inspire, and transform lives. Sounds good to me. Okay. All right, we have a lot of announcements, but they're all good. So first of all, we want to thank the people that make this service possible. Bill on piano. A wonderful person and talented. And then Jerry's not here today. He's not feeling well, but we can, we'll think good thoughts about him, okay? Yeah. If you ever watch, I like to watch him, and he just hits those beats right on time, and they're just the right amount of it's really nice to watch him. Tom doing our audio and vocals today. Yeah. And then John and Waverly, they're streaming. Mark's on the camera. Sandy and Jean were our greeters today. And Stephanie's doing the daily word. And our fellowship was by Mary. Yep. Okay. Did she come in and go out already? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's incredible. Okay. Now for some of the other announcements, and also Happy Father's Day to everybody. Because I know I meet with a bunch of guys in our church in the men's group, and I know these are wonderful guys. They got to be wonderful fathers. And those roles of mother and father are so mixed together now. I think if you ever supported anybody in any way, you should give yourself a pat on the back. So, yeah. Okay, so we're looking for a volunteer. We talked about this last week, who will take photographs at our special events. You don't need to be a professional photographer, just someone who loves taking pictures for the love of bringing connection between people. If you're interested, then talk to Tina, who's our board president. And I know what those cameras, I mean, I have an old camera, but the new cameras, they're incredible with what they'll do. Our new church phone number, is it up there? There it is. It's also our old our old church phone number, but it's our newly noticed phone number. Okay. So we're doing our class, Living in the Kingdom of Heaven. We've had 2 meetings. It's by Charlie Tupper, and Wednesday 6:30 through 8. We've done 2. You can still come. You can still start. Everyone, it could be a standalone discussion. So feel free to get involved with that. If you want to get the link, you can email Charlie. But it's the same link, same church address we use for all of our trainings. So you could use that as well. So we did also on the 2nd and 4th Sundays of the month, we started our Circles of Connection, which is basically where we have a discussion of what the message was for the day. So we did that last week. And we had, 10, 12 people there. It was really good, and I was telling my wife about it, and she said, well, it sounds like it would really help to personalize the message for the day. And for me, it kind of lets it sink in and allows us to talk about how we incorporate that, or how we could incorporate that message. So we're going to do that the 2nd and 4th Sundays of the month and see how it works out. Next meeting is June 25th. Hope that's right. Okay, now, there's a Unity retreat we talked about before. It's at Unity Village. We're going to have a sign-up sheet in the fellowship room, so you can sign up, and then Tina will give you all the information, and this will be there as well. But it's at Unity Village, which everyone who's been there says it's just a fabulous place to go. And I'll tell you, the price for it is incredible. It's $775 for a shared room, $1,250 for a single room, and I think it's for a whole week, isn't it? Yeah. So it's really good. But the workshop will be really nice, and our Reverend Charlie's going to be one of the leaders in that. Yeah. Oh, it does. Okay. Did you price? Okay. All right. So check it out. So we're having raffle tickets today, right, Stephanie? 50-50. Okay. Each month we're going to pull a raffle ticket, and the winner will get half the money follow-up. Amy, where's Amy? Amy does our fellowship, which we really enjoy every week, and it's been done a great job. Oh, volunteer sign-up. Oh, okay. Greeters and fellow. Okay, thank you. Okay. Did you all hear that? Yes. Volunteers for July. Okay. July. Yeah, there we go. And then the men's group meets on the 1st and 3rd Thursdays of each month. Our next meeting is July 6th, and you can talk to George for details. We had our first in-person meeting last week, which was really, really nice. And it led to, the Zoom is great, and it leads to discussions. in person sometimes even enhances that and leads to like discussions, you know, where you kind of bounce off each other and it just kind of goes up. So that's a fun thing to do. And it, like I said before, it's a really nice group of guys. The prayer group meets on Zoom the first Monday each month. And our next meeting is July 3rd from 6:30 to 8. I know I mentioned it last week, but I encourage you to join in if you want to. And what I wanted to mention was that, you know, as we go through our lives, you know, we have our ups and downs. If you want to tune into the prayer group, you don't have to do it every week. I mean, some of us do because we signed up as the being part of the group. But if there's something that you need prayer about, or just want to talk about, just, you know, come for a week or two, and until that issue gets resolved. We got a lot of super duper people that can pray in that group. I mean, I'm just amazed that these guys are like praying for me. You know, it's just like, I mean, I know these people. I know how spiritually connected they are, and then I say, I still have difficulties just accepting that that much goodness is coming into my life. So it's a real neat thing if you want to just tune in for or stay. The choir rehearsing today and next week. You can still join up today if you haven't. You can still get involved with the choir, and that's our target is for July 4th. Okay, so stay today. It's at 11:30, right? Yeah, 11:30. Okay, so if you want a full listing of all these activities, then just go to our website, unityoforangecounty.org, and you can check our calendar. All right. Anybody want to add anything? Activities we might have forgot? An activity we might want to do? Yeah, okay. All right. Sorry it took a while, but they're important, and it's a big part of our church to be involved in addition to coming on Sundays. Not that there's anything wrong with just coming on Sundays. Okay. Tom.
Thank you, Howard. Real quick, too, I want to re-plug the choir. Maybe you're one of those, you can't carry a tune in a bucket. We'll supply the tune, we'll supply the bucket. So it's okay. Just don't want to oversell you there, Bill, but just show up. Just show up. If you want to be a part of the choir, show up and be a part of it. It's a wonderful communal experience. It's a chance to get closer to some of your fellow congregants and share your voice. And it's going to be wonderful. It's 4th of July. It's going to be an exciting day for a choir. So, all right, guys. It's Father's Day, and the talk today is not so much about Father's Day, but the talk today is about expanding our consciousness, and I want to kind of tie that into Father's Day a little bit with this first song. This is a song that was on the radio, which I was saying to Bill earlier, it really is remarkable to me sometimes, with all the gatekeeping that happens in music, that this song was actually a popular song on the radio at one point. It talks about that generational divide, and it talks about acknowledging that somewhere deep down, we all need at least some sort of connection with it, or at least some sort of closure with it. And that's what this song is about. Every generation blames the one before, and all of their frustrations come beating on your door. I know that I'm a prisoner to all my father held so dear. I know that I'm a hostage to all his hopes and fears. I just wish I could have told him in the living years. Oh, crumpled bits of paper filled with imperfect thoughts, stilted conversations. I'm afraid that's all we've got. You say you just don't see it. He says it's perfect sense. You just can't get agreement in this present tense. We all talk a different language, talking in defense. Say it loud, say it clear. You can listen as well as you hear. It's too late when we die to admit we don't see eye to eye. So we open up a quarrel between the present and the past. We only sacrifice the future. It's the bitterness that lasts. So don't yield to the fortunes you sometimes see as fate. It may have a new perspective on a different day. And if you don't give up and don't give in, you may just be okay. Say it loud, say it clear. You can listen as well as you hear. It's too late when we die to admit we don't see eye to eye. I wasn't there that morning when my father passed away. I didn't get to tell him all the things I had to say. I think I caught his spirit later that same year. I'm sure I heard his echo in my baby's newborn tears. I just wish I could have told him in the living years. Say it loud, oh, say it loud, say it clear. Come on, say it clear. You can listen as well as you hear. Oh, it's too late when we die to admit we don't see eye to eye. Say it loud, say it clear, say it loud. Thank you, guys. All right, guys, it is time to get ready for our daily word and our meditation. We're going to do that by getting comfortable in your chair, feet flat on the floor if that's okay for your body. And we're going to do it by singing together, again, this vibration thing, blessing to the world. I want you to hear it as you sing it and kind of absorb it. Here we go. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. Having heard it, take it inside for yourself. Know the I am. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. Now, having heard that, expand to include everyone. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world, a blessing to the world. And I'd like to invite Stephanie to the platform. Oh. Shanice, see, no, it's fine. See, mixed messages. It's okay, though. As long as someone shows up here with a microphone, it's going to be fine. Welcome, Shanice.
Copy that. Thank you, Tom. Good morning, everyone. Another grateful day to be here with you all to share the daily word and go into the practice of the silence. So the daily word for today, Sunday, June 18th, is blessing for fathers. I bless my father and the men who have shown me fatherly kindness. Today, I bless and give heartfelt thanks to my father and the men who were fatherly figures to me. Their protecting presence, wise guidance, and caring instruction have helped make me the person I am today. I bless my father and those who shared a father's love and care with prayers of appreciation for my memories throughout all of the seasons of my life. Through good times and bad, I see God expressing through my father and the men who have shown me fatherly love. I bless them with prayers of gratitude, affirming that they know the love and care of God as they have shown it so generously and faithfully to me. And from Ephesians 6, verse 4, and fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. So grateful. And so at this time, I would love to invite our trustee of the day to bring the prayer box forward. And as we do,
let's sing Our Thoughts, Our Prayers. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer.
So it is with love and appreciation that we behold each prayer request that has been lovingly placed in this box. And any prayer or concern that may be in the hearts of anyone hearing my voice, that we come together as a community in love, supporting the highest and best outcome that is already the outpicturing of God's goodwill. And we know when we pray, we already praise the good is done. We hold these prayers in loving arms, filled with faith, knowing that the outpicturing of the highest good is already at work. And we send our loving thoughts to each one. And we say, Amen. So it is. So now as we prepare to step away from our daily cares, the outer life, on this day of honoring the great Creator, the Father, Spirit of all, we know that we are children of God, And during this time, we're going to get to rest in the Father's arms. That feeling, that knowing, that trust that we are cared for, that the loving arms of the Father are surrounding us now. So I invite you to close your eyes, allow your body to relax as we step aside. And as Jesus said, "Come ye apart for a while." And we get to journey together into the state of rest. And we begin that by breathing, just noticing the miracle of your breath, breathing in and out. Just allowing your awareness to be on this gift of life that is ours right now. We're sharing together, starting with a breath that's breathing us. We receive it. We release it. We allow our bodies to relax, sitting right where you are right now in this state of calm. We invite our bodies from our toes, relax. Through our legs, relax. Through our tummies, our chest, our shoulders, relax. Our face, our foreheads, our head, relax. We quiet our thoughts and we can say, "Be still and know." And in this receptive, relaxed state, we cast all of our burdens upon the One, knowing this is the true state of our being, relaxed. And we align our awareness with the presence of the One. Here we can rest in the loving arms of the Father, preparing our minds, our hearts, our spirits, our souls, our bodies to become a vessel for the outpouring of Spirit that flows in through us, purifying, cleansing, restoring, calming, brightening our very being right here, right now. Feel the stream from up above, pouring forth from the heart of our Father, radiating light, the very top of our heads, streaming down, filling our bodies, our cells, our being with holy love, holy light, and with wholeness. Allow yourself to be held here as a beloved child of God. Opening, deepening, further and further. Resting in this held space, we can lean in and we can open our hearts to all of the strength that we have been given, to all of the love that is ever present. When we open this door, we open our arms to embrace the Father, the One. And we allow ourselves to open up our crown, knowing Jesus said, "I am the light of the world, and also you are the light of the world." Let's sit with the One, leaning in, allowing the voice of the One to light up our hearts so that we may carry our Father's light and goodness back into our lives into the world and into this day. Let its rest in the silence, one but never alone. And so it is.
From mighty roots to tiny limbs, a tree is such a wonder. The finest leaf of richest green gives forth such presence. A miracle of nature, a state of being, sharing itself for our breath. O mighty tree, O sacred friend, you mirror my right to be, to grow, to see. My heart has no parallel on this earth. From the tiniest acorn, you have shown me your sacred birth. Oh, stretch your gracious wings, sing your solemn song. Let the breezes sway you in this moment. We are one. Shed your branches, turn inside for winter's softest stillness. Your fancy freedom is soon to behold, living in glorious splendor. The ancient stories foretold. Oh, sweet sister, oh, mighty Father, tree, tree, tree.
Okay, it's my pleasure to introduce our speaker today, Angie Keyes. She's going to be talking about manifesting the power of love. And if you recognize that name, there's another Keyes person here who sings for us all the time. Bill's pointing to Tom. But I just want to let you know that Angie's one of these people that just has this presence that you just enjoy being around. I know you've been around those kind of people before. It's like, they have such a cool presence. So I told her today when they were walking, I said I was looking forward to her talk today because of her presence. And of course the message as well. But it isn't, you just don't run across those kind of people that often. In fact, I was sitting next to her over there while Tom was playing, and I'm thinking like, oh, I'm the luckiest guy in the world. Like, I was looking over at Angie, and that presence is there. It's like, I'm just soaking it up. And I'm thinking, if we could bottle that and sell it, we could make a lot of money for the church. All right, come on up, Angie. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Actually, thank you so much, Howard. Thank you. That just means so much to me. And I'm so grateful to be here. As always, it's a blessing to be part of this community. It's a blessing to know you and to have known so many of you for so long. So thank you for having me here. It means so much. Thank you. And so first of all, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Yep. And as Howard mentioned, you know, Father's Day is really for all the people who've shown up in your life as a guiding force, as a loving force, because that can come from so many different places. So this is also a reminder to reach out to those people and tell them how much you're grateful for them. All right, so I'm going to start the day with a story. It's kind of a Father's Day-ish story, too. So one day, 2 men were out fishing. Okay, they went out fishing. One was an experienced fisherman, and one was inexperienced. The experienced fisherman, anytime he caught a big fish, he would celebrate, and he would put it in his cooler, keep it fresh. The inexperienced fisherman, every time he caught a big fish, he would throw it back. So the experienced fisherman was really concerned. He's like, what is this guy doing? How is he letting all this great fish go to waste, right? So he finally said, why? Why are you releasing all of these fish, all of these big fish? And the inexperienced fisherman said, well, you see, I only have a small frying pan. Yeah. So where in our lives is our consciousness being restricted by that idea that I only have this much, right? What are the big plans and the big dreams and those big opportunities that we throw back? Because we haven't expanded our consciousness enough to let them in and to know that they are ours. That fisherman just needed to go get a bigger frying pan, right? And all we need to do is to remember who we are and to allow our consciousness to open to what is ours in this moment. So in the book Prosperity, Charles Fillmore reminds us, the spiritual substance from which comes all visible wealth is never depleted. It is right with you all the time and responds to your faith and your demands on it. If you don't know, Charles Fillmore was one of the co-founders of Unity. And I love this because what he's saying is spiritual substance is with us always. Our thoughts don't change spiritual substance. Our thoughts change our ability to see it, right? When we get stuck in those lack thoughts, those I'm not enough, I don't have enough, whatever that is, that's when we start to forget that we are always in connection with Spirit. We always have all we need available. We get stuck in that small frying pan thinking, right? Where we don't realize what is ours and what we can gain. So spiritual substance, if you don't know, that is the underlying energy of everything manifested in this world. That is God. That is that energy that brings forth everything. In Unity, we have kind of a different idea of what heaven and hell is. And if you look it up, hell means the perceived separation from Spirit. When we are so stuck in that fear and feeling so separate that we are acting out of lack, we're acting out of fear and anger or not enoughness. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough education. I'm not good enough, right? That's hell. We are acting from that and putting that out into the world. And heaven, conversely, is when we are centered in that divine love, that divinity that we are. When we are centered in it, when we know it, and when we're acting out of that. When we're acting out of love, when we're acting out of divine wisdom, that is heaven. And the way we shift into that is love. Love is the key. Metaphysically, love is described as the pure essence of being. How powerful is that? the pure essence of being. Divine love is unlimited, a universal harmonizing power. The power of love is that we can see through those false beliefs. We can see through perceived lack, and we can see the truth of who we are. So the question is, how do we shift, right? When we're stuck in that small consciousness and we're fearful and everything, how do we switch from that into that divine love? So I'm going to just invite you to join me in a little practice here. I'm going to invite you to get still, get comfortable, and close your eyes. And we're going to ask ourselves, what does love feel like? What does love feel like? And imagine if you're in the center of love, whether that's seeing someone you love or just when you see your child for the first time, find something in your life. What does love feel like? And let that energy just sit in your heart and allow yourself to just lean into it. And now we're going to imagine that love spreading out throughout our bodies, going up through the top of our head, out through our arms to our fingers, and down through our legs to our toes. We just feel that love, that divine love. And lastly, I'm going to invite you to send that out. All to the world around us. Send out that love. And know that as you send out love, it's touching everybody, it's touching everything, and uplifting as we uplift ourselves. And when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to come back to this space. Feel your chair beneath you. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Did anyone feel a shift in their energy? Yeah. And that can be done anywhere. It doesn't have to be that long. It can just be, you're in a stressful situation and a challenging situation. What does love feel like? Just getting back to that. What is that feels like? And remembering that in your body. Another way I shift, this is, so I started working at Starbucks earlier this year for fun, because I love it. And honestly, it's a really fun place to work. And one of the ways that I prepare to go in each day, and I do this really with a lot of things, but specifically with Starbucks, is I think, all of my thoughts, words, and actions are guided and directed and inspired by love. All of my thoughts, words, and actions are guided and inspired by love. And I center myself before I walk in there. And I have to tell you, by the time I leave, I'm even more full. Because I get to interact with people, the people I work with, the people who come in. And it's such a blessing to have that energy and to be able to share that energy with people. So that affirmation for me helps me to get there so much faster. And every moment and every interaction we have is an opportunity to practice this, to grow our consciousness. Every time we step forward and choose to come from love, we're growing our ability to do so. Because Spirit is only able to do for us what it can do through us. And I believe we are called to be love in this world. I believe we're called to see all people and all situations through the eyes of love. Even the ones we don't always agree with, even the challenging humans, we love them. But and there's actually there's a law, the law of love and goodwill, that says if you give love and wish the best for those around you, that it comes back to you. So when you're having challenges, if you can shift into love and you can wish the best for these people and see the highest and best and really try to understand them, you're going to definitely grow your consciousness, and you're going to get better and better coming from that space. This also works when we're talking about ourselves. We all have so many different parts, right? And sometimes we love those pieces, you know. We love our love and our kindness and our humor. Then we also have some jealousy sometimes, or some fear. We have maybe some judgment. And we can also love all those parts of ourselves as well. We can see it and we can say, oh, I see you. And when we allow that, when we say, you're welcome here, I see you. When we allow that, we allow space for healing. Because there's some belief, there's something beneath that that's coming up for us. And when we can see it and we can love it, we can heal it. And we can have compassion for ourselves and others. Elizabeth Gilbert wrote a book called Big Magic, and she kind of speaks to this a little bit. This is the first place I heard this, and it's stuck with me ever since. She's talking about how on her journey, she's a wonderful writer, an inspiring writer. She talks about on her journey, often fear would come up, and she would struggle to keep going forward. She'd get caught up in that fear. She'd start thinking those thoughts, start forgetting who she was. So she decided she was going to start welcoming fear. So she's talking about being on a road trip with her and creativity, and fear comes along, and she says, all right, I recognize and respect that you're part of my family. And so I will never exclude you from our activities, but still, your suggestions will never be followed. You're allowed to have a seat, you're allowed to have a voice, but you're not allowed to vote. You're not allowed to touch the road maps. You're not allowed to suggest detours. But above all else, my dear, all familiar friend, you're absolutely forbidden to drive. And I love that so much, right? Oh my gosh. Because we have all these pieces, and they're all part of who we are, and they're all beautiful. And they all have something to teach us. And by loving all these pieces of ourselves, we create more space and more consciousness for love. By seeing love in all people, we expand our ability to love. We expand our consciousness for abundance, and allows us to hold these visions for what we want, right? When we hold the vision for success, we get stronger, right? We learn how to hold that vision. So remember to pay attention to your thoughts. That's the first step. Pay attention to your thoughts and beliefs about yourself, about others, about situations, and remember to shift into that love, because that is who you are. And that's always there, always available. And think about, like, where are you limiting yourself? Where in your life are you having those small frying pan beliefs? Where can you expand your consciousness? Where could you use a bigger frying pan, right? All right, and I'd like to close with a prayer. So I invite you to get still. We'll take a breath in. And as we recognize our connection to divine love and center ourselves to the divinity that we are, we know that we have all we need. We know that everything is coming to us right now. We know that we have enough love to share, enough time to do the things we want to do. And we hold that space for ourselves and for others with gratitude as we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. Thank you so much. And remember to live from love. Thank you.
I can't look at her. I couldn't be prouder. Angie is the reason I'm at Unity. Angie started coming to this church 20 years ago and came to me at one point and said, hey, they're looking for a sound engineer. And I said, well, that's fun. I haven't done that in a long time. But also, she's been my greatest spiritual teacher in all of this time, even before Unity, but especially since Unity. I have never met another person on this planet. I know I'm biased. I've married her, so. But truly, I've never met another person on this planet who embodies love quite like you do. Whew. Well, maybe you didn't hear the message, but it's time to put a little love in your heart. Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. If you want the world to know, we won't let hatred grow. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see, wait and see. Take a good look around, and if you're feeling down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide kindness will be your guide, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Sing with me. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Keep going. Put a little love in your heart. Feel it. Put a little love in your heart. Ready? Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Thank you guys for singing with me. Howard's back.
Wasn't that great? Thank you, Angie. Yeah. And so we got a little clue of where that presence comes from with Angie. Okay, and you didn't know today there's a little quiz today. What was the concept that's going to help us move forward today that we learned about? Everybody, what is it? Love. Exactly. Yeah. That's a great reminder. You know, sometimes we get caught up in so much stuff that we forget about it. Okay, so in Unity, we have our 5 basic concepts, right? Hopefully they're going to, there we go. Let's go through those. Number 1, God is all good and active in everything, everywhere. 2, here we go. I am naturally good because God's divinity is in me and in everyone. 3, I create my experiences by what I choose to think and what I feel and believe. Through affirmative prayer and meditation, I connect with God and bring out the good in my life. 5, I do and give my best by living the truth that I know I make a difference. Okay, one of the ways we make a difference is through our giving and receiving. So we're going to pass around the baskets now. Quick little story about that. When they changed us from 2, we had 2 sections, now we've got 3. We finally figured out how to do baskets with 3 sections is to get 3 baskets. Tina figured that. You would have cracked up if you heard all the different conversations we had about how do we do 3 sections with 2 baskets. But now we've got it figured out. Let's see if it works. Okay, if you want to donate by we're going to pass the baskets, right? Let's do the offering. I'm sorry, the offering. Okay. Together? All right. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Okay. Now, if you want to donate by credit card, you can go to the donate button on our website. Okay, so website donate button, or you can text 77977, and in the message put Unity of OC Give. And then from there, you can either give a one-time gift or set up a recurring gift. And then you can also donate through the app My Church, the My Church app. So now we'd like to, well, that's going on. Is there anybody here for the first time today? I'm looking. Oh, all right, Oliver. Hey, welcome. Okay. So we have a blessing for you. Yeah. Yeah. We love you. We bless you. Appreciate you. And we have polarized in you. And that goes for Adele as well. Hi, Adele. Hi, sweetie. There we go. Okay, and then you should have got a little. There we go. So there'll be a little packet for you with information on it, and also check the website. Like I said before, like if you want to see any of the other activities that we're doing throughout the time. So how are we doing with the baskets?
We're good.
We did? We're good? All right. Okay. So now we're going to get in touch with our child that's still within us and sing a little bit of This Little Light of Mine.
Please
Okay.
rise. Here we go. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, oh, let it shine. And while you're standing, please join hands and let's sing together the peace song and then our prayer for protection. Let there be peace on earth, then let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With Lord as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God, and the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. And altogether, wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Yay, God.